Yeah, there we go. So, let's see. I feel like oh, okay. There we go. Here I am. Uh, okay, let's be honest. I don't know what I will be doing today. But I wanted to do a few Godot stuff around. Actually, I want to see what's up with this prototype. I kind of got it out of my head. Hmm. That's cool. I'm curious because I don't think I did touch any script here. Right, show me. Oh, okay. So apparently I was working on something and kind of got triggered in a way, or choose to not do whatever I was doing. And yeah, I remember that. The thing is, I was actually working on how to invest in the various, I want to say, workshops that would produce resources. And I realized while the thing made sense in a multiplayer setting, it was kind of not working for the non-multiplayer setting. So I think that going otherwise would be nice. Let's see. So eventually I could work on the customer thing. Well, the GUI for crafting is pretty much done. And this is like cancel. Alright, cancelled. Customers, that's an interesting thing. Do I have UML somewhere? Crafting, yeah. Maybe I could create another one. UML customer. So I think at some point we would have like kind of one big entity that would be responsible for creating customers. That would be like customer service or manager, something like this. And we would have like created customer. So created customer, they actually want to buy an item. So they would have like an item or product. Then eventually we could have like different actions with those customers, like accept, and we do something, and refuse, we do something. So the customer manager, well, it would have a list of customers, so active customers, and just, I don't know, customers. Could be a dictionary, could be an array. Which one's better? Hi, Violet Shiny. This is Obsidian. Very cool. And right here, what I'm using is Canvas specifically. Like it's a part of Obsidian, which allows you to create those cool looking canvases. I pretty much twisted the purpose of those. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not meant to make UML. So here we would have like create customer, definitely. And technically this could go like in a customer factory. Like we could have a customer factory. You had it, but you never used it. But you can see how useful it is. Really nice. Well, it is like very interesting how this app can be so full of features without you knowing it and you as a general people. And honestly, the original reason why I picked it is because you can pretty much go like this, and you have like a text editor with no interference. That's what I was using when I was like writing, like for the minimalist aspect. And the fact that it's both minimalist and like super crazy in depth, if you go with every feature, like kind of mind blowing. So here, the customer factory would be responsible for finding what product the customer wants. So here, find available products. I mean, is it really a function? I guess it is. I guess it is. Also, I want to add something important here. I am using a plugin which is Advanced Canvas. And this is basically something that allows you to do a few things like creating straight lines or using the UML items like this one. Also, I didn't use Kanban in this project yet, but I used it on a few projects. It's kind of cool. Um, I guess I need to find a way to kind of have a timer between customers, maybe. You will download it. Yeah, it's a very cool one. And if you didn't know, it's very cool to just go in the help section here to go to the sandbox vault. This will give you like a lot of insights of what you can do with the formatting and stuff. And I very often go back to this because there's so many things, like you can't remember everything. So yeah. I should have a timer somewhere. And for example here, like if you think like this class thing I did, I'm using the fact that it allows Obsidian in general to create the HTML. So there you go, like you have your center thing. I have a custom timer, and I guess we have an event. All right, new customer request. And here I set new timer. Set timer. I don't think there's much need for some members or something. Right, so here we would have like a dictionary or list. Maybe I want the customer manager to be able to control the timer, like with a start stop. Because like if you have too many customers waiting, then you stop the timer and wait creating new customers. Could be a thing. Actually, it could be private. And of course, there's a custom factory. Now, actually, it could be interesting to have a function which says, can you create, I can create. That would return a boolean. And here that would be like create. And it would return an error basically, like you can throw an exception. And then in order to create customers, you need to find available item. I think that's a good little ecosystem here. Yeah, I actually wanted to see what the game looks like. Because technically speaking, the crafting thing I did is a little bit buggy. Oh, we have a problem? Yeah, maybe currency manager. Is a problem? Object reference not set to not. Queue container? Huh. That's upsetting. Let's see. Queue container? And something's missing. GUI initialize queue items. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Huh. Oh, is it the currency manager? Like it bugged here? Like system reflection. Like when creating the currency manager. Why read only? What is this? What do we have? Yeah, okay. Oh, wait a second. I think I know why. I just need to delete this entire folder. Which is what I was. Come on now. That's what happens when you don't use version control. Is it producing? It's getting long. Okay, it's producing. I'm actually gonna wait a little bit. Okay, so since we're waiting, what happens here? Okay, so we can craft some things. Like closing and sword. And sword again. We can collect. Okay, and here, this one doesn't go away. And now it's gone. See, that's the confusing part. Like, yeah, it happens when there's 3 items. You were going through my tutorials today, so you broke your project, now you're using version control. Yes. I feel you. I get some metal, I need to make a sword. Oh, maybe was it because it's this? Oh, I can't? But I have the... Oh no, it's 2 metals for 1 wood. Yeah. Okay, and here... Huh. This is very weird bug. But I can create it. That's so weird. What's going on? Oh. Actually, from this, when I made this, I took some notes, and I specifically noted, yeah, consider making GUI elements have the internal state follow the business logic state. This I will make in the future because it was such a headache to not mirror the state in the GUI. Major mistake. So I forgot. Oh yeah, customer. Customer I was doing. Okay, so let's go with that. Let's create a new folder. Customer. Okay, so we can try, start by creating just a customer. Just a customer. And I made a typo with this namespace, so I have to live with it. So thank God it's just a prototype. So yeah, public class. Actually, I want to change my panda. What the hell? Ah. Creamy goodness? Nice too, like. Sherry? Oh, that's heavy. Thank you. Actually, I want to try this one. Anyway, customers, they have like a public... Oh. They have a public product? I guess. Okay. And they need a little constructor. And then we'll have like accept and refuse. I'm gonna say transaction. Accept. Transaction. So eventually or we can say that we want a product in a constructor. Like it's not a big deal. Okay, so here I'm gonna leave this way. And actually, I wonder, like, can I make an interface in there? Does that make sense? Like, if I make a, I want to try. Make my customer. Okay, and here we have a product. And then this one. No, you don't get the second. Wait, maybe you don't have to specify the body. Yep. So that would be like this. Actually, I could have it at the top. Okay, let's make a factory. Okay, so what if I make an interface with this one? Like, customer factory. And we just have a customer create customer. And then it's actually the only one you need. Oh, can create eventually. Like boolean can create. And those are like the two things we need. So here we have public custom is a class. Why is that bad? Netter code return. Oh, it is bad. You're right. Except that give me my curly bracket back. Come on. Give it. I'm right there as soon as this curly bracket is done bugging. Okay. Hey, Nepal, what's up? Well, basic, I guess. Just like throwing something to run tonight. I wanted to stream and I don't know what to do, so random stuff. Just me trying weird stuff. And it's actually... I'll be right back real quick. I'm gonna open the window. Oh, the spiders were not happy about it. So what about you? What's up? Actually, I could just create one. Okay. Oh, what now? Okay, good. So we have the customer factory. Now, we have like a private find product. played a ton of Hollow Knight, not the new one, the first one. Okay, cool. I actually don't know this game, in the sense of I see what it is, but I never was drawn to it. But it looks nice. It's just like it's just not the kind of game I like. Now, I'm actually thinking, why would the customer factory be responsible for finding a product like this? Doesn't make sense. What makes sense is to actually go in inventory, or even have something more than this, because we had a product inventory here, right? And I'm actually curious, is there like a way to shuffle a list? Like a very simple way. Does C# have a list shuffle? Yes. What's going on? Wow. So the answer is no. Okay, so I need to figure out a way to get something random. I could go like do heavy work. I mean, I can do that. I can do that. So do I have services? Okay, I'm gonna create a new item, which is gonna be like a product finder. Namespace. Hi, what are you building? Right now I'm working on a old prototype, which was basically creating. Actually, I can run it. I mean, oh, I may have created bugs. Maybe like this. Another prototype, which is kind of like, you can say it's Shop Titan inspired. And the point, I'm lacking a. Okay, I don't see where. The point of this prototype is to kind of create a little ecosystem where you would have like some resources being generated over time, and you can craft things which go into a craft queue, and then you collect the items and stuff, and customers will come in to pick some items to buy, and you can choose, do you want to buy, and do you want to sell or not. And then you can go to invest the money back into your production areas and stuff like this. So here it's just like testing, trying things and seeing how it works. And I'm taking notes at the same time, so you can read that at some point if you're interested. Notes about what could be done in better way, things to be careful about, kind of thing. And more specifically right now, I'm thinking about how to make those customers, how they're going to be created, and how we're going to interact with them. And also at the same time, like it's kind of different. So I've been working on the art aspect of it, and I actually found a way to generate icons with 3D models. Okay, so this is a 3D sword that I made in Blender, and it output a little texture. And then you can keep the model for the 3D view. That's pretty cool. This I liked. Customer Factory has a missing curly brace. This one's... Where is curly brace? Oh, it's not saved. Oh, nothing is saved actually. Well, actually, if I start the game, it's gonna be waiting again. But yeah, you kind of get the idea. Well, since we are waiting a little bit, just checking what's happening here. Let's go. Alright, so here we can craft a sword, and there it goes. Then you can collect it. And technically you can have some more waiting. But this is very buggy, so I made it buggy. It's not very good. Yeah, I know. Okay, so product finders. Technically it is a static class. I don't think I need to... Well, I could instantiate it, but I don't think I need instantiation for it. What I need is like a public function. Try like find product, and that would like return a product. So for this find product thing, we want to make a check first. So we want to see that we actually have at least one has inventory empty. That's better. Is inventory empty? So we have a game instance, inventory probably. Where's the inventory? Oh, butlers? Maybe butlers. Actually, is the inventory just like static? It's not. So it could be in the butlers. Yeah, inventory manager. Okay, so we have products. And here we want to grab... we have like dictionary, product, list. We have... oh, it is the dictionary already. Okay. So values. So this is the list of values. Okay, so here we have, I guess it's an array of integer. Like values. It's not a list. Actually, but it's not a list. It is type system collection product key. Mhm. Oh, wait a second. It is a product inventory. Okay, so we're gonna. What if I have a product inventory? You can't do that either. I thought like values would return. Get a collection containing the values. Oh, it's not what I want. Get a collection containing. No. Okay, so let's go with the for each. And what if I have like a product inventory in game instance buffers inventory products dot values? What if I do that? If so is empty, so by default the result is gonna be true. Surely we can return false. We don't need to store it here because in this loop we can go like if product the balance superior to 0, return true. So first, like we make a check, like if is inventory empty, return null. Actually, like okay, first. If not, what do we have in a product inventory? Have the balance. It's just the balance. So I think we need like to run through everything. And we need like the tuple. So we have like a product key. How do you make it? I forgot. Enlighten me, Copilot. I just forgot the where you type this. How do you loop for each on dictionaries? C#. Yes, it is a comma. Oh wait. What is it? Okay, let me do this. Nope. It's what? So we have an entry, and I guess we want to create a new list. We're gonna make a list of product key. And if the entry dot buyer. Oh, but we don't know what it is. Oh, so maybe that's why it was a key of value. Key value. And here, product key, product. Okay, that makes more sense. So yes, if the value balance is superior to 0, keys dot entry key. Seems good. Now maybe that could go in its own function. You open YouTube to escape the frustrating C# code in your web app, and I came first in feed with C# game there. Yeah. And I'm using Godot, right? Like, I'm using C# for Godot. Like, it's not very common. But technically, if you're... Yeah, makes sense that the algorithm throws C# if you're doing C#. Oh, there's a spider wall. Since I've been cleaning up the webs a little bit, like, they're fighting for food. Because, like, since the summer's getting late, I don't have the window open so much, so they don't have much to eat now. Hi guy, bro Turk, how you doing? I was thinking about making this into its own function. Like, what's that? Static list of product key. That would be like get available items. And here we would get this basically. Yes, sorry you came late. That's fine. That was like a very non announced stream. Like I I announced it like 5 minutes before launching. Okay, so here we will have a list of product key available items or available products. School is starting here and you need a break from Godot. Wow. I needed some break too. I can understand this. But I also really, really love programming, so that's fine. Not everyone can handle this much programming every day. Very boring for some people. So now we have a list, and we want to get a random element from this list. Can it be inferior to 0? Like, the count? We never know. So we get a random product key. You actually create a random... Yeah, I guess. Why is the body not working? Oh, do I need like a... Okay. So... yeah, just random. Okay, so we have a random... random next keys count. That makes sense. Really? Is it how it works? No, it's not how it works. I need to store this. So you were thinking to go game dev, but unlike other tracks, you can't find resources of learning to even get familiar with the game dev things, types, and so. Any suggestion? Okay, so first, I'm gonna warn you, it's very complicated because, as you're just like saying it, the resources are. It's like there's a swarm of resources of a bad quality. And when I say bad quality, I mean entry beginner level. And it's like there's a huge nothingness around the intermediate to expert professional thing. So you kind of have to figure it out yourself. And I've been thinking about how to fix this, like what kind of resources, like trying to gather resources, but this is kind of work in progress. So anyway, any suggestions? Well, my very first suggestion is separate the individual stuff. Like, for example, you have like the programming aspect, and then you have the art making aspect. And when you learn one or the other, learn it with the general stuff. Like, this is why I think C# is much, much, much better than GDScript, for Godot specifically. Because C# has a ton of resources, which are not game dev oriented, but just very high level C#. And this way you have access to high level resources for the programming part. And then in the same way, let's say that you make a 3D game, then you're gonna go on high level Blender resources. And you're gonna find a lot of stuff here because Blender is very well used in many, many areas. So then once you have like all these individual things maxed up, you can kind of bundle it back into game dev. And the major error or difficulty I see is that like people will pick Godot and then they will try to learn everything through the lens of Godot, which is very limited, and in my opinion GDScript is not so good language. So they get kind of stuck. And then there's this kind of thing where there's a lot of competition for the product, the content creation. So it's like, why bother making high level content when there's just no one watching and consuming. Just trying if you don't want it to. Oh, that's Kite. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now that you say it. But yeah, like right now I'm considering reading the design pattern book like from the Gang of Fours, because I want to go a little bit higher in my design pattern mastery. And I think it's the kind of thing that really makes the difference. And I'm actually curious to see what it would like to join a game dev school. That could be an interesting thing to look at. But yeah, otherwise you will have just to craft, 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 craft. Make things, a lot of things. So um I think something's not good. Because this returns a non-negative random integer that's less than the specified maximum. So it is between 0. Yes, it's actually great. We get a random product key. So here, uh, so we have the product key. I think we just need the key. Yeah, product key is probably better. So the product key here is get random product key, and we send the available product, and we return this key. Okay, so here we have the product finder. Oh, we have a problem if we can't find any. That's sad. Okay, wait a sec. Like, what if I add a none? Does that work? Like, null? That could work. I think that's so cool. So we have, like, well, here we have, like, a little product finder. And customer could use product key. Oh no, I'm getting hungry now. I just started. Okay, so the customer has a product key. Now, technically, I guess we can make something like uh, a Boolean function, which would be in the line of can. Why is not? Oh, that's because that's the wrong one. I was thinking of a public Boolean can complete transaction, or like can transact. If that's a word. To transact. That could be something interesting for a customer to have. Now, customer factory. So product finder is inventory empty. Actually, this could be public. Like here we make a check. If product finder is inventory empty. So if it is empty, return false. And otherwise return true. Yeah, I'm live for 1 hour and I'm already hungry. Now, when we want to create a customer, we actually let's start by making a customer object. Actually, let's find the key first, the product key. Equal product finder dot find product, and we allow an error here. So if product key is equal to null, we throw a new exception. Couldn't find product to sell. Now I think I need something like using maybe system. Yes. And if we actually have that product, we should be able to create a customer, or like return new customer product key. That makes sense. So I think the customer factory is good. And then we have like the customer manager. Where am I? Here. Customer manager. Alright, so public class customer manager. And if I'm right, oh, here it is. Oh, it was static. Well, so I can make it static. So I think I need the customer factory. Well, maybe I don't need to make this an instant. Maybe it can be static for real. Like, is it a thing, a static interface? Must declare body because it's not small. So what? Oh. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, so maybe actually I just get rid of this. And I just make it static, and there we go. Because we don't need any members, so... Okay, so customer factory... It's just too bad I can't reference it, but anyway, we have like a customer timer. And here we start. Because it doesn't exist. So here we need to make an interface. So public interface customer. Okay, so what do we need? We need a private double time progression. Timer progress. And a private double timer. Like next customer time duration. Next customer. Oh, I'm missing the word here. Next customer. Interval. That's fine. So now we create it. So we can create a private void reset timer. And the point of this function would be to find a next customer interval and reset the progress. The timer progress is 0. And here, We'd have like a private static random. The random is from system. So it seems. So anyway, I think like having a small variation. So next customer interval would be like 5 seconds. But then we add next customer interval. We add a random. Next int, like just next, I guess. And like from 0 to 3 seconds. So it can be 5 or it can be 8. So reset the timer and we're good. Then we need a public void process. Progress the timer. Now we check if timer is superior or equal to next customer interval. And here we need something. Like, actually it's an event. Yes. So we need an event. Alright, so let's create a customer timer events. Technically speaking, I can make this static. A customer requested. And public static void info. I don't really need this one to be instantiated. Because there's only one customer timer. So private void try. Actually, not really try, but maybe I don't need to create a function. Yes, I do. Private void here customer timer events invoke and reset. That works. And the actual thing we need for the interface is process. And I guess that's it. We just need a process. Cool. So the customer manager creates a new customer timer. And then a private void on customer requested. When we create one, there we go, connected. Maybe I want to consider the constructor. Even though it should not happen. Hi, how you doing? I think I need to create my list of customers. So here, we have a list of customers. Yes, customers. And we just create one here. What are you doing now? So I'm working on a little prototype where you can see the details right here. I'm trying to check what happens by creating a little ecosystem with generators producing resources, craft recipes to craft specific items, a crafting queue, and creating customers coming in to actually offer transactions for the items you have in stock and you choosing to say yes or no. And I'm like prototyping this to see how this is going, taking notes for future implementation of the project. And right now, specifically, I'm actually on the customer creation part of it. And I'm pretty much done doing the behind stuff. So I'm bundling what needs to be bundled. It's actually quite funny because the customer timer here is created but never used, since it's living its own life. That's fun. Anyway, so on the customer requested, actually create one. So customer factory, create customer, and just want to check what this function gives back. Okay, so it throws an exception. Well, technically we can use this kind of create to make sure it's good. Where's the manager? Try to create customer. So if custom factory can be... Wait, oh, maybe it's... Well, okay, let's try. Let's just try it. And if we can add one, then we have customers. And we add customer. I'm not sure how you just like exception key. I need system. Oh, actually, I may need to specify message. Do you know how you can be a game developer? Depends on what skill you have so far. If you're an artist, if you're a programmer, or if you're just you don't have like any of those skill in particular and want to get in, like the easiest path is if you know how to program, definitely. Otherwise, it can be quite complicated. And honestly, I didn't try game dev school, so I can't really talk about that. And I guess it depends from country to country. But yeah, if you want to try this, at least as a hobby, which is probably the best approach to go with, and that you have no experience, what I would suggest is to find guided projects. You're a .NET web dev. Okay, so that's a good thing. So what got me started? I can show you exactly what it was. It was I was on this channel on Consider a Core. I basically used this playlist, which was the 2021 Unity C# idle game tutorial series. And it is like a guided series which explains every details of why and how it's making an idle game. And this is what got me unstuck and got me rolling. So from there, I kind of got the idea of doing the same thing with Godot, because when I wanted to learn Godot, I couldn't find this kind of content, so I kind of made it myself. So it's not the best, but it's good enough. This is the first one I made, which is probably the most popular one. And then I tried other iterations, which I actually I don't necessarily enjoy that much. I don't know. I think like this one is definitely the one which works the best. And the second best, in my opinion, is the Crystal Factory. So this one is a little bit more dated, as in the content is a little bit more advanced. But at some point, like it becomes wacky. Like with the Korean videos, it basically means that I'm going full chaos by not guiding every step, but instead I just work on the project during lives. So guided projects is what got me starting. And then a lot of prototyping, a lot of projects, game jams, stuff like this. Now I'm thinking back to the project. Having customer manager events could be useful. So here maybe I could like create new folders. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. If regarding channels in general, we have Cubo here. He does a few videos, like a lot of. It's not like he doesn't make series on how to code, but he makes like very specific videos, and I didn't like watch a lot of them, but they're pretty good usually. Like one I really liked was the constructor thing. Like that was, yeah, the scene constructor. Like that's a great thing to do. And yeah, I don't really watch much content from channels now because I'm just prototyping a lot and trying to pump up the C sharp skills, because I'm not really a C sharp dev. Like it's a very recent thing for me, C sharping. Actually, did I create? No. So customer manager events. I think this is gonna be static as well. So we have customer created, and pretty much like a public static event action customer as well, and customer deleted. That makes sense. Okay, that looks good. Well, here we have tried to create customer, and I guess we have the deletion. So I could have the manager watch every other customer they create. So like, when we create a customer, like that's a bit weird to have the customer folder in the customer folder. Let's go. And here we have like customer events. Your keyboard sound is so good. What type is it? It's this. It's added for funsies. So you can like, yeah, it's very easy to find. And here's the actual set I'm using. Oopsie. Hello, you have questions out of context. You want to know what type of switch your keyboards have. Switch? Is it like the exact same question as above, which I just answered? Otherwise, I don't know what the switch means. It's just a regular mechanical Corsair board, otherwise. So regarding events for a customer, we have things like actually, well, just like a deletion requested. Deletion requested. The color of the switch. What's this? What's the switch? Oh, so it's this spot here? it looks uh, it looks like orange. Yeah, it looks orange. So I don't know what's up with those, like if there's something specific regarding the color. So we have the customer events. Well, technically I can make this static again. Unless I remove this. But I don't know, it feels like it's a lot of... I probably don't need this many events. Like having a... But in another way, it makes sense. Nah. So this way I don't have to manually put it in... I mean, I don't have one event for each customer. And instead I just like set it. So so we delete customer. And we need a specific signal, so here we have customer events, deletion request. Oh, it's weird, I put that under construct. All right. So what happens when we delete one? So customers, we remove the customer from it, and then we probably need a signal. Yeah, customer deleted. Customer manager events. Well, technically I could want to make a check. I could want to make a check, but yeah, that's a prototype, that's fine. So am I good? I think I have everything. So actually, should I type this customer manager? I didn't create it. I didn't. Let's try. Okay, so what is public? And why is it not fine? Cannot contain instance fields. Why? Man, that's me. But like, okay, my bad. Uh, so what do we have? Like, we want to get a customer? How do we know? Like, okay, maybe I create a get customer method. Is your keyboard from Ducky? Probably not. It's actually a present, so I don't really know. Probably not. I don't know what Ducky is. And if anything, we may not have this in France. That's a very lame interface. Oh, I know what I wanted. I actually wanted process. That's why I needed an interface. See, that's good. Because now I know what I missed. I missed process. That's why the customer timer. Ah. There we go. I thought it was weird that customer timer wasn't used, but now it makes sense. And there we go. What's wrong? Cannot create an instance. Ah, yeah. I'm so hungry. So I think that's it for the logic part of it. So create business logic of customers, and we're done with this. So now I need, oh, not really, because I didn't process the transaction thing. And customer transaction. But if I go in my customer script, yes, accept and refuse transaction, it's pretty much non-acceptable. I actually have to say, use the interface here. I think that's what's supposed to be. Still new with using interfaces. Okay, where was I? My brain is like leaving the room without asking. Yeah, I think it's my goal to go eat something. Okay, accept transaction. So we have the product key. So I think we need something. We need another class somewhere to handle the transaction. That will make sense. Like, what could it be? Well, product inventory here is actually doing the job. Almost. We have a part of it now. Maybe I want to go in customer here and add a new item, customer transaction. And have this static class. So public static will try to sell product. So we can try catch. And here, okay, so we need product key, of course. Makes sense. And inventory manager, the product. Oh, instance actually. So product key. Phew, bless me. Product key. And here we have consume 1. Okay. And if that works, we can have like the product. So I guess that's data product. I want to make a load function. I will create this load function. Oh, I need a so it returns a product. Oh yeah, that's a problem. Maybe not. Yeah. Shoo, go away. Oh, I know why. So this is why I didn't make the This is why I didn't make the function. Hi, how you doing? Let's get is that a node I already created? Yeah. I did. So yeah. Oh, instantly deleted message? Interesting. Can I see it? Oh, this is like super laggy. Okay, I'm super. I don't have the chat. Oh, there we go. You want to create a game with lots of planes? Like flying planes or flat planes? I lost the track of what I was doing. Okay, I think I know now. So we try to sell, then we return true. Otherwise, we return false. There we go. Okay, so here, customer transaction dot try to sell product and product key, and we get a result. Actually, I'm gonna name this success. So if it is a success, we have like customer event, and we invoke the action requested with this. And here it's like the same line. So I think we're good. So technically now this is done. Okay, we can tick, tick, tick. Now it's just about creating the GUI for those. And I think that's not gonna be right now. So I guess that's it. I'm way too hungry. So I'm gonna go with the ending screen. So I just push. Anyway, nice meeting you guys. A lot of new faces in the chat today. And I guess that's it. You guys have fun learning how to make games. Good luck. And I guess I will see you maybe later, as soon as I'm motivated to live again.